Error. Error. Nope, I did forget one thing. It's like, I'm forgetting something. I don't remember what. And, oh, not that button, that button. There we go. What else did I forget? Hi, Dragon. Hi, Surge. Okay, is it just me? Or is the list of people tab not working? I don't think that tab is working. Okay. You're lurking. Alright, Surge, enjoy your lurk. I was gonna say music? Are you gonna play music? It hasn't been working in a few days. I kind of noticed that on your stream yesterday, but with mobile, the viewer list hasn't really ever worked correctly anyway. Like, hit or miss whether it's actually working. But, mod view 1 is also very broken. Because if nothing else, you're talking in chat, and neither one of you is on my viewer list right now. So. Yeah. All the bots are, though, I think. I only have the 3. I think. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do that. I haven't been doing that to test it. But I heard it. Did you hear it? Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch to this screen. Horror in Minecraft. I'm also gonna do this, because I'm far enough away and there's no one else on the server, so being hot mic'd won't be a problem. But it'll help me know when I mute, like, because if I do this, I am muted to stream and not. Of course, it doesn't unmute it correctly, but you know, details. Okay. Oh, of course, it's raining. Actually, that's a good thing. I forgot. Especially since we're gonna go over to the creeper farm. How are the Minecraft sounds coming okay? I do have quieter rain. Okay. That seems to be working. We're good. Thanks for the lurk, Brick. Have fun doing what you're doing. Okay, so mini updates. We start off with the mini updates, then we go to the big updates. Like, we've got time. We've got time before it's nighttime. Though I want to go over there quickly because I need to put a few more of these in. But we'll get to that in a second. I did add 2 ghasts to the Great Brick will lurk for you, but that's other one. Oh, well, he might have been working. There are sounds, but they're quiet. I could, if the Minecraft audio is quiet, I can just boost it. 1 second. Properties. Dang, Dragon is calling people out today. Yeah, here, let me just boost it by that much. We'll see. You will regret having me boost that when we get to the cooking farm, but it's okay. Nice, a 40 stream streak. Let's go. So yeah, we've got 2 gastuses in here hanging out. They aren't quite moving about too much because their hitboxes are a little bit small. This one should be moving about more than it is. I don't know. I made some adjustments, which you can't really see on the outside because it's barely visible anyway. As I think I said to Dragon at one point, I was like, if I had built these with the intention to put gas in them, it would have been different, but I didn't. We're adapting. I also put a snowman in here so that I can get snow blocks for the gas. This is snowballs. Added our little friend here with his two gas and some saddles and snowballs for fun. But, yeah, we'll go. Let me activate my elytra over here, I think. Ah! 2 buttons at once. Whoa, 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 you have a day job. I may have built a resin farm. Now, one of the other farms I built in the last week or so, I built without tutorial completely. This one, I built based off a video that it wasn't a tutorial, so it's not perfect by any shot of the imagination. It is very close to what the original builder built. Whoa, don't fall in. But it is not. It's not like a most efficient farm or anything silly like that. I currently have no plans on actually filling out it completely. When I show you it working, you will understand why. However, I did decide that I was going to put a few more of these in on this side, simply so that the hoppers, because I have a bunch in on this side, just for the sake of the hoppers and some stuff, I'm going to put a few in on this side. But it doesn't really need it efficient. Like, it's slightly more efficient this way. A little. Okay, now that we're down here, we're safe. I'm going to show you guys. Basically, what happens is these spawn creaking. That opens the trapdoor. They get cut down here. They hang out here. I hit them with my sword. They make resin on the bottom of the blocks. The blocks are moving every once in a while. Every time I hit them with my sword, resin falls off, gets collected. Some of it likes to fall off in places it's not supposed to. You know, if your schedule was nice, you would totally... There you go. You can see them spawning. Look at them go. Did you watch more live? Yeah. It was actually a very... I remember when I watched the video Tango released with this in it, the first time, I was like, actually, that's a really clever way of doing it. So I was like, that's the one I'm gonna build. I am going to simply just turn that down. So, they all get in here. And I do this, and resin falls out of the sky. Because they don't die, you can just sit here and do this. Some of it does end up falling in my inventory. If you watch the torches, the redstone torches, you can see like one goes and then the other goes. It's shifting the floor back and forth. So I try to like schedule, like click like after that happens, after both go off. At least, because that should, in theory, give enough time for the resin to have formed. I don't know how fast the resin is, and it's really hard to see that. I think if I have another person on at some point, I may be like, hey, can you just like show me how this looks so I can see? Yeah, Dragon's just joshing. He's just being silly. There's also a wild dugong. I don't know. It's a very interesting system because what's happening is when the armor sand flies up from the sweeping edge, it's triggering an observer, that then triggers redstone lines. Which is a different way to do the timings. But yeah, it hasn't quite filled up the hoppers yet. I wonder if I've split it now. Because part of my theory was that if I had it start going into the other hoppers as well, the other side, that because of server clumping, it might pull some of the ones that are going from one side to the other. I don't know exactly how well those, like, I don't know how the server's doing in the clumping. I don't know how that's working. Oh, that was probably too fast. Yeah, there we go. You just gotta... Sometimes they're butts about it. Put it back up a little, actually. I don't think I'm hitting it as efficiently as I was the other night with Dragon. But it doesn't matter, because as you will see, when we look at the chest in the... oh, there it goes. I think the hoppers are full. Are we almost at the point where... I don't think we are. Yeah, I'm gonna take a second to empty my inventory. Because then I pick up the ones that are just sitting on the hoppers. As you can see, some also just lands in the ocean. I'm not sure what exactly that's about. I almost need a couple of lays working this, honestly. And if it wasn't such a pain in the butt to get them out here, I probably would do that. But if I take a second to show you, see how there's no resin for me. Right, because it moves it almost immediately. I would need another camera to show you guys that. Let me grab... Oh. Ow! Okay, don't do that. Well, that does move them all to this corner, so maybe that's a good thing. But I'll go up and collect what's up top after they disappear. Now, part of the reason I'm not gonna go ahead and add the rest of like the 200 or 100 or whatever that's left is because like the hoppers are already at max capacity. I would have to use a completely different system if I was gonna do it the other way, like add the rest. But also I feel like, I don't know how many entities this is at the moment, but I feel like it's enough entities for the server. Like it's good enough. Like we don't need that many more entities, you know. Granted, I'm the only one on right now, but if I wasn't the only one on right now, this might be too many entities, depending on what other people are loading and trying to do. I just want to show you guys what like one full night ends up getting you. Ow! Empty my inventory again. Yeah. Look it, I'm over here and I'm not looking. There we go. I did build it with a little bit of like a red and orange and gray theme. Problem was I did run out of acacia wood pretty quickly. So I ended up using some tough slabs mixed in. And like the bottom is pale oak because I literally ran out of acacia. I have since fixed that. I harvested some the other day so that I wouldn't be completely out, but I do need to sit down, and I literally said this the other day to someone. I was like, I need to sit down and just chop more wood. I just need to go through all the trees and chop a bunch. But I haven't done it in a minute. And I've been building a ton, so. Okay, we're at sunrise. They'll disappear any second now. Oh, I am also using, well, my sword works for this. I was using a different sword because there is supposed to be, and I can show you, a second armor stand involved in this, and it was just moving it. With me not using that second armor stand, just using my own sword actually works. Because the problem is my sword has knockback on it. Which doesn't work on the cooking. Just like that. No more cooking! Okay, let me... It is like that much. It's fine. We just... If I toss it over... Yeah, I was gonna say, the hoppers on the other side don't nearly have nearly as much. Okay. So, where are we at right now? Okay, it does a little bit of where it does seem to fill the top chests first. It's like the top and the bottom chests. Interestingly. Okay, I only added 12 and I feel like that increased the capacity by a lot more than I expected it to. Let's just do this. That. I'm gonna get this stuff up top and this stuff over here. Random. And I have a theory that part of this is just because it does just spawn on the sides of the blocks. And then do that, get stuck. Get stuck in some interesting places. Okay, not on this side. But like this stuff here, I don't know how this got here. Or all of that. I think it gets like spawns on the side of here and then just gets stuck on the pistons. Make sure I got it all. Oh, I missed some on that side. Okay. Nice thing is I can just walk out of that. Oh, those have just despawned. Oh, no. They're on the redstone bits. Dang it. I got stuck. Now I'm stuck. Alright. That's fine. I'll leave that stuff to despawn. It's okay. Let me out. Okay. There we go. Just gonna see how much we got. I think one of the things we might end up doing today is put the shop together for this. Can I get back to that hopper?
Hello there.
Hi, Melcy. No audio, but yay.
Shadow
We
Mizzou
tied your
just
curling
resubscribed for
game.
45
Woo!
months. No audio, but yay. And we tied our curling game smile.
I love how I read the sub message and then realized as I did it that I was like, wait a second. TTS is about to read that out. I didn't need to do that. Thank you, Mousy. I know you can't hear me, but I'm gonna say thank you anyways out loud. So yeah, that's how many stacks. Let's see. It's brain is doing math. Or correct. Hold on. 15, nearly 16 stacks of blocks. So what's 16 times 9? That's how many we just got. Hold on. Calculator, because I can't do math that high. 144 stacks of resin in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And it's not technically at full capacity. The hoppers are at full capacity though, so we're all good. So that was one of the things I did. It was a pain because, one, he wasn't doing a tutorial for it, so I got this from Tango's, one of Tango's videos from season 10. He wasn't doing a tutorial, he was just showing off the farm. So I did my best to duplicate it from that, which meant a lot of back and forth and pausing and repausing and math and counting blocks. I ended up being wrong on one of the dimensions and I had to like fix it. If I thought about it, I would have remembered that you can only pistons can only push 12 blocks, and I had made it longer than 12 blocks. Whoops. But yeah, it works really well. I grew these so I could keep making things, but I just left them there after that. And then go back over here to see the other ones. Do need to grab the bone meal. That's what I was forgetting, is the bone meal out of storage room. I'm so glad I got this map mod on this server because now I can actually just do this and not get lost on my way home every time I go back to the base. Dun, dun, dun. So I have as much resin as I could possibly want. Like I said, we might build a shop for it today. I am, however, going to just toss this into the sorting system because I can come back for it if I end up deciding to do that today and get stock. Need to come get stock, then I will do that. I also made a couple other farms, which we will go look at. Want to run... I need to actually run the moss farm for a bit. But I probably should do that off camera. So I realize I only have one shulker of moss. I actually don't even have one full shulker, so I am going to run it for a minute. Just because I want to put a shulker's worth or so in the Azalea Arboretum for sale. So we're gonna probably already have what I need to fill it up. I just need to do it. Yeah, so the moss farm, which is the next farm on our visiting list, is over here. It's nothing crazy. There's a wild Galzigazoon. Galzigazoon. Hi, Robin! Welcome in. Here, I'm gonna try to catch the Pokemon. If anyone else wants to join me in trying to catch it, go for it. Let me, so, I have expanded the moss room. I'm just gonna turn both of them on, because this one I'm currently using for bone meal. Because I have enough moss. So, very basic duplicate of the normal moss farm. Nothing fancy to see here. I managed to do it without having to watch the tutorial video, except for the fact that I forgot the observer. Slash couldn't see it, so then I didn't realize it was there. That was the only thing I forgot before I was able to finish putting it together and turning it on. Me trying to smush words. More coffee. do my hydrate with coffee. Because I'm gonna go drive to get my sister later, so I need to be awake. That's my excuse. 'Cause I don't know how much coffee it actually is though, because I did get like a partial. I learned something new today, actually. Well, we'll get on that tangent real quick. I learned something new today. I realized as I was messing around trying to decide like how many shots of espresso I was gonna actually consume. I realized, so like I like a venti. I like the large drink, right? When I'm spoiling myself, and I realized I could get it partially decaf, so I can have the taste and the amount of the normal 3 shots, but not the caffeine. Might not be the same taste. Close enough though. So yeah, I got it. 2 out of the 3 should be decaf, 2/3, whatever. As I saw it in my options, as I did the customize, I was like, wait a second, hold on. So then I went to Google and I was like, hey, what does this mean? And that's what it means. I was like, oh, you know, that would have been useful information a bazillion years ago, but, you know, now I know. So, if you didn't know that, you can do that. It's easy with the app. I don't know how easy it is in person to communicate, but I imagine. So yeah, I have a nice big coffee without the necessarily consequences. Woo! I got a pecan crunch look latte with the foam. So, yeah. Yeah. Moss Farm, I extended the hallway. I decorated it because originally it was just like some of the walls were decorated and the ceiling wasn't. And I was just like, you know what? We decorate. And I'll put the floor as the moss types. Use the blocks that were used for the redstone as the walls, but do copper doors. And it all works out. I did realize I did put the storage together a little differently, but it's okay. Oh yeah, I have enough to... That's not what I wanted to do. I have enough in here to fill this up. Okay, perfect. And then this empty one. Let's see how much of this we can fill up. So I might... It's interesting. This one, the stuff seems to all go to the bottom chests first. With that one, it just randomly sticks it in random chests. Excuse me. But I'm always like, I don't know why it does that, but it did that, so okay. Grab some carpet, because that way I could decorate with it. Okay. That in there. There we go. Now I have a little bit to sell and a little bit to decorate with, because I'm thinking I'm gonna make it really obvious that I'm selling it. Okay. What's this zombie? Turn that off. Turn that off. And we're not gonna stay for too much longer in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and just toss. I may AFK at these at some point for a little bit, just so that I get a bunch of bone meal. Which brings me to the one of the other things I did is I did add a place to get these and a place to get these. I need a bunch of these actually. And I need shears or silk touch for that. I think I need shears. I'm gonna need these too, so I'm gonna use. The only thing is the input for the vine one. I need to put a chest that actually connects to it and stuff. I just haven't done it yet. Go. Nice. nice. That'll help. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute for that. I will have to recharge those later. Wait, because for those who don't know, down here is where I've got all of the flower things, and our skeleton farm is a source of bone meal as well. Though to be honest, most of the time, the moss farm is often actually more productive for that. Now we'll go to the last farm. It's nighttime though. We're safe inside it. It's fine. So, this is not the same pale garden I found on stream. This is something... I was checking the witch farm, which is near... Not the witch farm. The witch hut nearby where I'm going to build a witch farm. Might be something I do later this week, honestly. I'm on a roll with the redstone. So I may do that just because I want it. Yeah, specifically for it to be saved, so I'm gonna definitely do it. This is a what are these called? Whatchamacallit? Froze's farm. The eye flowers. It's not necessarily safe out here, but it's fine. I haven't gotten rid of all the creaking hearts. I think there's still one that lives around here somewhere. Dun, 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 dun. I actually, funnily enough, need a closed one. I feel like I need more of the closed rather than the open. Hold on, the dogs think they hear something, heard something. Just need to reset my spawn. Okay, I've got my headphone off because I'm trying to hear what the heck happened. Oh, wait, need to flick those on. Turn on the collection system. Okay. So the other day when I was running this, it was having all sorts of problems. After I built it, I had to like rebuild 3 different parts of it multiple times. The minecarts are running. Why are you not going? See, it's always... This one is the one I did without a tutorial, and sometimes it shows a little bit too much. Stop getting stuck. Must not have been wedged up against it properly. So yeah, it's a little bit of a... I have to like rig it to work every time. And it's not perfect. It doesn't always reach out to all the way to here, but it does occasionally. So it's still worth running it that long. Like I could trim it off and just not worry about it, but it doesn't hurt anything. Getting the timings when I don't know what I'm doing is a little bit difficult, but I ended up doing this. It's maybe a silly way to do it. I don't know, but it's working. So, you know, the hopper minecarts do get full really fast, though. That's why I had this. The idea was... Why? Did they change something about minecart momentum? I feel like they must have. Because that shouldn't be stopping there when I turn that off. That should be going to there. Huh. Interesting. They probably did. Let's see what we got. And I just take the seeds and top them, toss them in here. Oh, we'll go to the end. We'll always stop on the first row. No, the other ones don't do that. It's how my furnace array also works. And it works just fine. I don't know. Huh. Maybe I have too many. Maybe if it would work if it was 2 instead of 3. It's fine. I got that short amount of time. I've got 2 stacks in a bit. Yes, Claire, it's the way it should work. It works. It's the way it was intended. Okay. If it's 1 and not 3, it will work. It's fine. But yeah, that's making a small amount of bone meal to replace what I put in, but it's okay. But this is a very small, close pale oak. There's another one like right next to it as well. I hope it went in the right direction. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did those 3 farms this week. I have thoughts on another actually that I don't know. We're not going to do that today, I don't think. I'm not in the mood at the moment. But do I have everything? If I don't, I'll just deal with it. It's fine. Ow. I do have an idea for one for the firefly bushes. We'll see if I end up making it though, because part of me is like, yes, that would be useful, and the other part of me is like, will it though? Because it's so easy to get a bunch of them quickly without doing that. Oh, psh. Just me randomly touching buttons, it's fine. It's fine. Da, da, da. So, it's gonna go over here. Double check and see that these are still good. Our most consistent seller is wool. Yeah, okay. I thought so. We're gonna put some pale oak things, pale garden stuff in here. I'm trying to think how I want it to be obvious, or, well, not obvious, but obvious, more obvious from the outside that maybe this also has some pale oak stuff. I think a simple thought would be maybe do that and then like do that. And need to be careful what's on top. There's a wild bee drill in chat if anyone wants to catch it. Oh, I did not mean to hit that twice. Because I don't want to break that. I need to grab my shears out, actually. Because if I do like this corner, which the glow icon will actually look perfectly good on that. Oops. Well, that was not intentional. Let's go get more glycan. I might get more glycan, I mean, get it out of here wherever I hit it. There we go. Also put one of these up here. And just a little bit of it to be the gray moss. And honestly, just do that as maybe. How's that look? Yeah, I like that, I think. The idea is put a little bit of that there. So it looks like it's got a little bit. Okay. Ooh. Do I have? Stonecutter, can I? Yay! Our data pack is updated to do that. Let's go. Inventory's a mess. This one had room in it. Okay. So what I think I'm gonna do is just simply add to this. What I'll do is put this stalk down here. Put that in there. And then put this stalk in here. I need another item frame. I need another item to be named. I probably have another cherry leaf somewhere. Do, 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 do. Put one of those outside, I think. Alright, pick that up because that's empty now. These, do I have a barrel? That's extra stock right now. I could probably just remove that. Actually, that item frame. Perfect. Can I put this on top of that? That doesn't look. I might do that, but then. Ah! Psh! Accidentally hit the button that makes it full screen. I don't know how that looked on your guys' end. Well, trigger if invisible. Come in. Okay, I can't do that yet. Off to get mousy. Okay. Something's wrong. Okay, well that will just look like that for now, I guess. No, I don't like it. Hold on. If I can't use if invisible. And I'm going to make a mess. Right. I believe some of that probably ended up outside. I love how those flowers open. It's so cool. Actually, with this, I don't want that in a pot. Let's just put that down. And then do this. That, do that. Do, do, do. I can put this miscellaneous item in here. Does it stop the music again? There we go. I need... stuff to make an anvil. Don't I have an anvil around here somewhere? Probably. So I'll just make another one. It's not like I... crafting table. Okay. What was this? 3 stacks per diamond. Oh, I've just a number 3 there. That's fine though. There we go. So that's labeled. I can grab that. Toss that in there. Now the other box. I don't know. Just gonna make it look pretty, I think. I technically don't know that there's too much of a difference between the two right now. I could put that much in for now because I want to keep enough to do what I want to do with, and then I can always add more if there's people actually purchasing. How much did I do? 16 diamond. These are what are they called? Eye blossoms. Eye Awesome. Unstack. Or I don't know if it's 2. Should it be 3? 2. I don't care. I would just have to run it a bunch. If it gets too crazy as far as like it sells out really fast, I might have to up it just to. Oh no, I'll just have to take the diamonds and have a more AFK time. It's not that big of a deal, realistically. Or if somebody wants a bunch, I can just be like, hey, here's where the farm is. Supply your own bone meal. Go for it. So honestly, that's the annoying part, is the ridiculous amount of bone meal that you end up using on that stuff. There we go. That's in. Did I need to? Oh, I was gonna put this back. I was just gonna put it over here. I do in theory also have the vines. These are technically the same price. So they can just hang out. And I only have a little bit right now. Whoop. I do have a little bit. So I could probably put a few stacks of 16 in just so that people can get their own farms going. Yeah, then we'll do 3. I am worried I'm not spelling diamond right. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I can't really put that in a pot, can I? So I kind of need to make another item frame. Actually, I'll just put one of these. Ah! I honestly probably need to turn Light Matica off unless I'm gonna actually use it, because it's making my life difficult for no reason. Wild, another gal zigzazoon zigaz is in chat if anyone wants to try to catch it. Did that not work? There we go. Okay. So that's that. Added to this shop. I already added. Yeah, put this here. Still a little bit like that, so that it's there. Then I think my mouse is. Oops. Just, fix that real quick. Oh, there we go. I feel like that's fairly easy to figure out where the new stuff is. It's all clearly labeled. And it's still... Yeah, okay, so I've added that. And I don't think it detracted from the front in any way. Ah, yes, I was gonna... that there. Here, let me get a good... picture for that because I'll post that in the Discord later. Okay, and then the other thing I was gonna do is probably put up a thing for people to get some resin. I don't know where to put it. Or even what to build really. So we have this street. But I don't want to mess up what's like down here. Oh, I remember what I was gonna build. Honestly, I probably just build it right here. It'll work. Oh, do I have what I need for that though? Let's look. Do I? Incoming ad break. No, I don't have enough for that idea. Well, don't have enough for that idea in that specific context. However, doesn't mean I can't do it. It just means I have to do it slightly differently. Alright, let's oh, right. Okay, toss that in there, that in there. That. Real quick. Oh, I didn't bring any actual resin blocks with me. I just brought resin bricks. Oops. Well, I'll have to go back and get those. I did say I was like, if I do that, I'm gonna need to actually break some over here. Then I went and didn't do it. Okay, I just heard a noise. I'm gonna go check on the dogs. Make sure everybody's good. I'll be right back. Just the dogs being the dogs, it looks like. They're all good. They're all fine. Ooh, I caught it. Do-do-do. Okay. Okay, yeah. And I reminded Zoe this side of the house exists. She is really upset about something. Normally, I'd try just telling her to shush, but I don't think that's going to work right now. So, she can bark her head off. It's okay. That's fine. I'm sure whatever it is it deserves to get it barked at. Probably. Maybe. Trying to like make a tree stop. I don't know if I'm successful in that. I actually don't know how much of the stairs and slabs and stuff I want to use here. Because I almost feel like the raw blocks. Maybe in just a few places. Almost feel like these just do a better job of telling the story, you know? That it's of what it is. But a little bit of that won't hurt anything. Yeah, I feel like once I fill that with resin, it'll be more obvious. And I don't think it'll look so... maybe... Maybe that? I don't know, I'll have to get some resin and then see. What I am gonna do is do this. Oh, that's gonna replace the deep slate. Ah, it's fine. I wanted to kind of... Oop, I'm gonna just fix that where it does that. With a little bit of this, maybe. It's my sign where to put basalt. Move this off of it. way it looks a little less... I want it to look like it kind of is corrupting maybe a little bit. Or that it, not that it necessarily corrupted, but that it has been here for a minute, right? Even though it clearly hasn't. She is really going on about whatever it is that has upset her. Yeah, I like that. I think that works really well. And then, put some of these in. Goodness, she's being loud today. I don't know how much of that is actually picking up on the mic or not. She is going at it right now. Whole neighborhood knows she's upset about something. Ah, aha. That's what she was going on about. That's what she was going on about. Okay, like that. The back isn't that important because obviously, not gonna look at it. There's trees there. I can always fix it later. I feel like there's too many flowers on this side. I move this one. Move this one like here, maybe. That looks better. Okay. Put some of these in maybe if I feel like I need to. Oh, those I forgot to put in there. Liz, dog. An ore beetle is in chat if anyone wants to try to catch it. Zoe! Zoe! Hey! Come here. Come here. What you going on about, huh? What you going on about? You need to calm down, baby. Go lay down. You need to go calm down, lay down, chill out. Yeah. That's what you need to do, baby. Don't need to bark at the woods. The woods is supposed to be there. It's how this works. I do feel like it's so... managed to put it right where there was a carpet. It does feel so flat, so I feel like that in a few places to almost be like a bush. Will help. And then what's the pathing I did here? It's a deep slate. These cobble deep slate. These. Okay. it'll continue that way if it needs to. But we'll do this. And then do something like that with the resin in it. I do think this edge is a little too harsh. Here we go. Something like that, maybe. And just for fun, that there. How are we on light? Oh, we're good. Perfect. Oh, I think this entire area was lit up at one point by someone. Don't remember who, but someone did. An amazing job. Yeah, I feel like that feels like that works. So I need to just go get the resin. I will need to make an item frame. I don't think I'm gonna sell the resin bricks. I think I'm just gonna sell the resin and then you can just smelt it and make your own bricks. I just wasn't I'm still not sure if I need them for decoration. Okay. Which one goes there? Which one? I know where that one was. And it's still here. Good. I need to go get the resin, and then I need item frames. Hopefully now this means everybody can play with some of the new blocks without having to build farms. I actually had a lot of fun building the farms, so. And I've got more to build. Okay, though I do need to figure out a better way to get cactus blossoms because my gosh. So annoying. I think I'm literally just gonna have to go to a desert and just like get a bunch that way, and that's honestly really annoying. But we'll see, we'll see. I'm hoping I'm wrong and that there's a way to just farm them. I haven't figured it out yet. So I am going to look it up. A bunch of that's not going through the system though. Let me actually grab. What am I doing? I need to grab that. Alright, whatever's in the system's in the system. I'm going to do. Let's not go to the front where that shulker is and do a little bit of rearranging because I feel like I don't want to obviously put all of my resin in there because I'm probably going to build with it. But what I am going to do, just put all of this in here for a second. So I'm gonna have, I want to sell it the 2 different ways. Just in case anybody just needs like a stack of it to do some of the stuff you can do it that's not, yeah. There's let's let that through. And I will, one night I got, I'll take this much with me. Plus 2 stacks to decorate with. And then I also need, do I have any? Okay, I have a handful of shroom lights. Just another block I was gonna mix in. I was gonna mix in that, some resin blocks. Which I have in here already. Don't know if I want to actually mix in the resin bricks too much because they're very high contrast texture and they yeah. But they do have slabs and stairs. Might do. Let's see how that looks. I do want. There's not many. There's many of these though, right? No. Okay, not that we can get there. Means I need to wait for a wandering trader probably. Which is fine. I can wait for a wandering trader. Ow. But while I was working on the Eye Blossom farm, a zombie, a llama had a zombie and a trader llamas had a fight above my head. But I'm pretty sure the zombie won. So that was the thing. Oops. Okay, so what I want, probably like a shroom light here. It's kind of like not visible from down here, but it will add a glow to it. Did I? I did. I kept the stone cutter out. Cool. Back with making food. Okays. Didn't look at this block. What's that look like? Oh, that's cool. does it need to be? I think. Wait. Yeah, just like a little bit has spilled out, maybe? I do want that lamp to remain orange, so I need that. Okay, and then also need these and doo-doo. I do wonder if some of this log would be good textured in. Oh, I love that little sound they make. They open up. So pretty. Just like making little noises. Spooky little noises. Alright, I don't know. Let's grab this out, put these back. Actually, I like the eye blossoms for this, actually, I think. I do have an anvil in there, don't I have? Yeah, I've got one in here. I'd rather use... Okay. Wild Scrope has appeared if anyone wants to catch it. Actually, what are these called, actually? Block of resin. Here's what the fun part is. Let's do math. 9 stacks and damage for 3 stacks, then means a stack of resin should be that, and then done. Put in where are these? That is in. I can always shift that price around if it needs to be shifted. Oh, you know, there needs to be an ender chest at this place. We'll put one there. I'm gonna need to make another extra. Cause I'm running out of extras. I think that looks good. What should I name it? That's a great question. Also, where are the 6? I make a sign. I feel like I should put a hanging sign out here. Chains. Do I have chains? Ah, perfect. Just need to grab 1, 2, 4. 2. Aw, shelves! Shelves are cool. Oh, wait. Is it seriously stripped? How do you make shelves? Stripped logs? That is so painful. I actually think there's a spot, though, that would be really useful for. I just realized. Might just need to make some spruce ones. Anyway. With this, I think I put the sign for the name, shop name here. I don't know what to call it. So I feel like I came up with we came up with some very clever names for a lot of our other shops. Like Artist's Attic and Arboretum. The Azalea Arboretum. I don't know. A silly name, maybe. Or I could just do... That's not what I wanted. Oh, we can workshop that later. But... I am going to put that on a sign over here, and then I need to get out some spruce wood. Resin is in. Yeah, that could work. Is that actually what I used in here? Yeah, it is. The dark oak one might look better though. Play on resignation. Yeah. Yeah. It is. I don't like that there anyway. I think actually I want it. Hmm. Going to check on foods. Okay, no worries. He's spelling it as resign. Not even spelling it right. Yeah, I am. It doesn't look right. Hmm. I'm trying to think of something clever, and I think it's not the right day for that. Let's just, I'm gonna come up with a really great one at, like, tomorrow morning. I'm trying to think of maybe one that has to do with the creaking or something. We'll just do that for the moment. And I will come back to that. Okay. Didn't keep out. I know. Is that one? That doesn't matter. Actually, let me grab 2 of those. Then this will work. Hi, Mousy. Welcome in. I think I'll put it here. Is this too silly? It might be too silly. But I don't know. Where's their crafting table? Oh, there we go. I might remove that later. But, you know, it's very visible. Like, let's see how visible that is from like over here. What are you? Yeah, I think it definitely helps. Ow. Wild Weedle is in chat if anyone wants to try to catch it. Okay. Now, I was going to try something in here. Not there. Goodness. Would that look better? Did it this way. Okay, that's gonna be annoying. I was almost thinking. Give me both of those, please. I did this. And then we could do like. Like that, maybe? With. Okay, cool. I do have one in here. One of these in that slot. still liked having the one in the pot, possibly. But I don't know if that's more helpful. Not that I've sold any of these, so it doesn't really matter. I should really put an armor stand of someone in here. Running the moss shop. Do I have a box I can dump a bunch of this into too? Oops. Oh, yeah. Maybe that one will have enough space. Certainly will if I put another one of these in here. Okay. Now I need the stuff for armor stand. That, and then whose heads do I have in here? I have a bat head, a breeze head, a villager. I'll make it one of the bats. Be a bat. No, not that one. Okay, and then and it is this arm. Is that arm's fine? I think. This it's a little bit that way and a little bit this way, I think. Yeah. I like it. I want to take a picture of this at night. Because the eye blossoms are so cool. Okay. Should, not sure why it's not letting me If invisible, the item frames. I might need to be using the book. Might be doing that, but I don't know. So that's a question I'll have to ask in the words, Claire. Or I might have to ask in the Discord. Just be like, hey, in the work? Anybody know why? Yeah, I think now everybody else can get some resin to play with if they want to, which is perfect. Don't think I've forgotten anything. Wasn't there supposed to be cake on that block? I am curious to see how many people notice their friends in their bases yet. We will see. I haven't gotten any who the heck did this messages about it yet. So I know at least one person hasn't found theirs. I know why I needed the yellow flowers. We can definitely do that now. I do need to empty this out a bit. I may just have to empty it and then unempty it from overflow because it's getting to the point where it's ridiculous. This one's the one I haven't been emptying. We can grab these real quick. These I need to put in a different box, honestly. These three things. That in there. Honestly, I think I need to put that room. Not in there. I'm about to put the gas can go in here, and the anvil can go in here. The firefight bushes and the bushes can go in here. Into the moss box for the moment. Yep, that's the rank box. If you can really call it that. Do need to clean this out a little bit. Okay, now that should all be getting swooped off to where it needs to get swooped off to. But, oh, I was gonna get more rockets out. Done. Do we need to refill that again? I wonder, I am curious if the creeper farm is loaded when I'm running the creaking farm, resin farm. Kinda suspect it isn't. What now? Okay. That's cool. I don't know if anybody else did. Is that something Minecraft's doing, or is that something one of my data packs is doing? 'Cause that's really cool. Also, it would thunderstorm when I don't need it to thunderstorm. Yes, I like these on this in this place. This works perfectly. Looks so pretty. I do. Crazy. I don't know if this is intended. I really can't tell if it was like, is it my end or Minecraft's end that's doing this? Because it seems a little bit weird. It's like where there are other blocks, if it thinks it has a reason to path to it, it does. There's a wild nimble in chat if anyone wants to catch it. I'm not gonna worry too much about the stuff that's not just like off the path a little bit. It might do a little bit, but I don't have quite enough yet to do. I also don't know where all these zombies are that I'm hearing. Oh, there's just this slice here that hasn't been dealt with. Okay. That looks really cool. I'll have to finish up doing that. It's really fun. I'm curious. Obviously not gonna... Damn. Well, none of those have been struck by lightning, clearly. Also, that's oxidized quite a bit. I might need to go in and wax some of it. Or honestly, I might leave it and see what it ends up looking like. Nice! Dragon caught it. That is still one of my favorite things. it's not a thunderstorm anymore. So it won't let me sleep through it. Should I add some resin into that? Probably not. I feel like that's perfect the way it is. I should leave it alone. Ad starts in a minute or so. Yeah, I definitely want to. I'm probably gonna have to sit and make like a shulker of those yellow flowers. Just put everywhere. Because I feel like, well, not everywhere, but finish up putting them in that garden. And then I might use them in a couple other places too, obviously. But I felt like that garden specifically was kind of made for that. It just needed more yellow. Because it's the yellow one. Ah! A little sad these guys don't move that much. You can. Just don't. But at least they don't look like they're squished in there. I tried having this guy out here, but it just didn't feel right. So right inside the gate felt more right. Maybe he lives there. Oh, so maybe that's his house. Still need to work on bits and pieces of this, but I need to figure out what I want to put in these other little houses. I was thinking I might have some fun and see if I can entrap some phantoms and name tag them. I tap some phantoms in one of them. Obviously, like, I would release them and then just have the door caged to the point, like, well, not even caged, really. Just make it so that they can't get out. That would be kind of fun. I was going to... Where was I going to put these? I don't remember. Do have a few sections here that need gardens still that I may put these in, actually. Would work really well. I think the 3D layers on the skins looks really good on the heads more than it does like necessarily on my player skin. To be fair, I didn't look at it too closely when other people were around. But like, look at the breeze. Ooh, what other mini blocks have 3D parts? I wonder. I want to have one of these in here somewhere. Because I like the sounds it makes. Hold on, do I have? Alright. I do still need to probably put together, or at least put into the moss box some pale moss as well, not just the normal moss. I think. Or anything to make more of those though. Still like getting used to having the new blocks and figuring out what to do with them. I do think I might go through and replace some of these with the copper lanterns. I've already replaced one. I'm kind of like letting it sit and see how I like it before I put it everywhere. I don't know if anybody noticed, but that one there is a copper lantern. That actually looks really fun at that age. It almost looks like that part of the chain is aged, but the rest of it hasn't. I'd obviously put it on a copper chain if I did this in here. But I was wondering if it would look less clashy than the orange with blue does, the green to blue. Oh, I see why you didn't catch it, Mousy. I don't know why it didn't give you a warning. You put 2 A's in Ultra Ball. Huh. I'm surprised it didn't say that's weird. It's fine. I was just confused by it and my brain finally figured out why. I also need to move that dirt. The rooted dirt's over here so I can make, well, rooted roots, but... Yeah. I don't think this one makes a noise. Ooh, I do kind of wish that we had a way to get a creaking head. Because I'd love to know what the block noise is. For it, you know? Okay. I'm pretty sure I could go there. Those shells are annoying. I'm probably gonna end up... Yeah, but crafting them on the go is a lot easier than keeping them on. Like keeping them on you, rather. Hold on, let me check and make sure I'm caught up on messages. Oh. Cool. I'm just checking to make sure nothing crazy has happened. I mean, something has kind of happened, but nothing I can help with, so. Interesting. Can I get a mini version of this? I already discovered I can't do... Yeah, okay. I already discovered I can't do mini versions of those. Right. This just looks cool. Look at. Don't know what I'm going to use it for. Ooh, what's it look like? Just temporarily, I want to see what this looks like. Ooh, that's kind of fun. It actually works like really well with the bricks, and that's cool. Interesting. I don't know when I'm going to actually use these bricks for anything. If you can't tell just by this simple placing of it into my base, it doesn't really go with the color palette. Though I say that like anything. Like I can't make anything work in a certain context. I can. Will? Maybe. Might do. Also, might not. But I do intend to use it eventually. I just don't know for what. Oh, and for those who haven't seen it, I did add a copper. I did add this for the copper armor. I think that was netherite beforehand, which to be honest, we don't have extra of anyway. If we do, we can just use it for the displays. But this is all, I've gotten all of this from the skeleton farm and just random zombies that have attacked me and stuff. It's very common out and about, I've noticed. Very common, which I like, I think. I'm gonna guess it's still... no. Looks like it might actually be done. Cool. There's a wild rotom if anyone wants to catch it. I'm going to try. Since I noticed it this time and I remembered to hit the button. Okay. Can't help but notice my Discord is like inverted to what my stream mic is. Currently muted in Discord. Don't know how that happened. Also, okay, you are down there. Still doing things. That's funny. I left the bell down there. Just remove the redstone. That's amazing. Okay. I don't really have anything else I want to work on right now that I can think of. I do know what my next project is, but I don't currently have the stuff we need to work on that. Well, I don't have the stuff slash... I still have some thinking and planning to do for it because I need to figure out where I want to start and stuff. So I think I'm gonna call it here. I've only got like an hour before I need to go get my sister anyway. I'm gonna call this stream here, chat. Reminder that tomorrow's stream is going to start about 2 hours later than normal. Right? Give or take. 2 to 3. I think we've said 2. We've said it's going to start at 3. I don't know if we might be late. We might be struggling. Who knows? All depends on stuffs and things. So yeah, we are streaming a little later tomorrow. All will make sense once you find out who the guest slash friend. Depends on how setup goes. Yeah, exactly. And sleeping in and foods and Lucy, shush. Give me 5 seconds and I'll take you out, you silly child. That's what she wants. Yeah. Stop whining. So yeah, that's gonna be fun tomorrow. We're gonna have a lot of fun in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, hopefully. Oh, I've encountered an error. Let me check if there's anybody I want to read real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Where I clearly take Lucy out because she's been waiting for me to consider stopping stream before she decided to tell me. Okay. I don't currently have anybody on my list. But yeah, normally we start at 1. We're gonna start at 3-ish tomorrow, depending on how setup goes and all that stuff. Keep an eye on the Discord, obviously, because that'd be the easiest way to know when things are happening. I try to remember. Sometimes it cancels stream last second. That's usually when I'm sitting here deciding whether I want to stream or not. Just deciding not to. But, oh no, I'm already tapped out of that. Silly me. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun tomorrow. Doing something a little different. I'm excited. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how the shiny hunting is gonna go. But we're gonna try it and we're gonna see what happens. Yes, Lucy. Hi. Hi, baby. It's a puppers. She really wants her attention. Alright. Bye, chat. See you tomorrow. Bye.